Hey, have you ever gotten that rush of excitement when a product looks perfect on the page, only to find it a total letdown once you actually try it? I've been there with a few 3D scanners. Those glossy photos promise flawless, museum-quality scans, but the reality can be a lot messier, especially when you're trying to capture everyday objects around the house or in a small workshop. If you're thinking about stepping up from a phone-based scanner or a low-budget handheld, the Revopoint MetroX Pro with its laser safety goggles bundle might feel like the answer, but you need to know the hidden trade-offs before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's start with the kind of situation that usually drives people to consider a tool like this. Imagine you're a hobbyist who wants to turn a rusted vintage gear, a cracked ceramic vase, or even a small sculpture into a printable model. You've tried smartphone apps, they struggle with reflective surfaces and the mesh looks jagged. You've also tried borrowing a larger gantry scanner from a local makerspace, which gave you great detail but required a dedicated space and a lot of time to set up. The MetroX Pro markets itself as a portable, full-color solution that can jump from a living room tabletop to a small industrial environment without missing a beat. That promise is appealing, but how does it hold up when you actually pull it out of the box? First, the hardware. The MetroX Pro combines a handheld industrial-grade blue laser with 2 cameras to capture color data, and it's paired with safety goggles that protect your eyes while the laser scans. The laser can reportedly resolve down to 0.01 millimeters, which is a level of precision you'd normally see in more expensive, stationary systems. In practice, that precision shows up when you're scanning objects with fine details. Think of the teeth on a small gear or the fine ridges on a vintage watch case. When I set the scanner on a turntable and let the software drive a one-click automatic scan, the resulting mesh captured those tiny features without the need for manual stitching. For anyone who needs that kind of detail, jewelry designers, miniature sculptors, or engineers making functional prototypes, the high-resolution laser is the main selling point. What about the 4 scanning modes? Revopoint advertises a shiny, dark, standard, and turntable mode. The shiny mode claims to handle reflective surfaces without the usual glare that confuses most scanners. In a real-world test, I tried scanning a polished stainless steel bottle cap. The shiny mode software automatically adjusted exposure and angle, and the scan came out with clean geometry and correct color, something that would have required a spray coating or a matte spray in older setups. On the flip side, the dark mode is meant for very dark or matte objects that often cause the sensor to lose contrast. For a matte black figurine, the dark mode produced a decent mesh, though you'll still notice a little noise in areas where the surface is completely non-reflective. So the modes do help in specific scenarios, but they're not a magic bullet. If you have a highly glossy object with complex geometry, you might still need to rotate it manually or add a temporary matte coating for the best result. Now, usability. The MetroX Pro is marketed as portable. The unit itself is roughly the size of a large flashlight, and the included safety goggles are lightweight enough to wear for a full scanning session without fatigue. That makes it feasible to walk around a workshop or even a field site, holding the scanner at arm's length while the software on a laptop or tablet guides you in real time. The software is smart in that it gives you a live preview of coverage, flags missing spots, and then automatically fuses the point clouds into a watertight mesh. That's where the claim of intelligent and efficient software shines. In a typical household scenario, say you're scanning a tabletop game piece, you can finish a clean scan in under 2 minutes, and the exported STL is ready for slicing right away. But portability has a cost. The battery life is modest. You get roughly 23 hours of continuous scanning before you need to recharge. That's fine for a few projects, but if you're planning a full-day studio session with multiple objects, you'll need a spare power bank or a plug nearby. Also, the scanner does rely heavily on stable lighting conditions. While the laser can handle a lot of ambient light, you'll get the most reliable results in a consistently lit area, no sudden shadows or bright windows swinging in and out. If you're working in a cluttered workshop with uneven lighting, you may need to set up a makeshift light box or use additional lamps, which adds to the setup time. Who should buy the MetroX Pro? The sweet spot is people who already know why they need high-precision 3D data and have a workflow that can incorporate a handheld scanner. That includes small-scale product designers, hobbyists turning physical artifacts into digital models, educators who want to demonstrate real-world scanning, and even engineers needing quick reverse engineering of